Alrighty everybody, so this video is going to be a little different than my normal first ride review. It's going to be a voiceover, partly because I ninja kicked the GoPro 4 there, but also because my audio here, well, it sounds like I'm talking into a tin can. This is full volume.
Not quite a multi-strada, not quite a hyper.
Yeah, that's just not going to work.
Actually, I picked this bike.
So,
I know it's not like...
anyways, this is my Hyperstrada 939 review, and we're going to do things just a little differently. Alright, there I am looking like a pirate flying the DJI Phantom 3 Professional, and I'm just trying to get my bearings. This is the first flight of the day, and I realized it was quite windy out. And I'm not sure if it was because of all the bikes here, but if it was like a magnetic thing or lots of metal, but the DJI Phantom was having a hard time staying stable. So I was constantly at risk of like crashing into maybe $30,000-$40,000 worth of motorcycles, like right here, back up. Yeah, it was really close. And I had far more closer calls than that. But anyways, I had a great time filming this day. It was beautiful weather, and I was right in the middle of my finals. I needed a break, and so this was an excellent excuse to get out and chase down my hobby, which is filming and trying to capture good cinematography and editing it all up, and maybe almost scaring some babies there. I don't know. Anyways, that's our sweep. She was awesome. Here's some people that I almost ran into with the DJI Phantom a little bit later on, but I'm not showing that now on this video. This was a very fun day, and I plan on giving the Hyperstrada review here in just a moment, but ultimately I was very happy to go to this event and to see all the bikes, hear all the bikes, and then go out and ride with all of these bikes was awesome. I definitely plan on going out and riding the Multistrada, the regular Diablo, but here's the Hyperstrada, the one that we're going to be riding now, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. So let's go ahead and get to the ride. Alright, so my audio was bad, but my back ninja kicked GoPro 4 did pick up some audio. It does rattle at times, and that's just the case rattling against the frame of the bike. But here we are leaving the Motor Cafe, and right off the bat, I can tell you that the comfort of the bike is there. I definitely felt like the bike had an upright seating position, yet the pegs, and this is my only complaint really with the bike, is that the pegs felt like they were too drawn back. And it felt like my toes were just dangling towards the ground, if that makes any sense. And it was a little disconcerting when I went around corners such as this, where it just felt like the first thing that's going to grab are my toes. Now, that's probably not the case, and I definitely had more lean angles to play with, but that was definitely a discomfort of sorts. My gripe with the bike. As far as pickup and pull goes, the bike had plenty of power. In fact, I would say with the light frame of the bike, the light weight of the bike, I felt like at times that I would just lift up the front wheel. It's definitely a Hooligan's bike. It's the cross between the Hyper Motard and the Multistrada. It's the Hyperstrada. And with the upright seating position and with the touring package that comes with the bike, well, it feels like a Hooligan's touring bike. Now, on the freeways such as this, I was really kind of shocked at how windy things got. I didn't notice this on the Monster 821. I did notice the wind, though, with this bike, that it was drastically different and more pronounced on my chest and on my helmet. But it wasn't a deal breaker for me. I actually like the wind. But look at these clouds, man. This is just a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better, more beautiful, day to go ride and test ride some bikes and get away from college finals and such. So this is Foothill Community College off to the right-hand side here. This is actually, where I first started to attend schooling in this area. And if you want to check out these roads more, you can look back to like my first 100 videos where I stomp around in this area with my Harley Davidson Sportster. But overall, a very nice route. My big complaint here is that we weren't able to go too fast. And that kind of allowed us to, or kept us rather, from getting to know the bikes fully. So the Ducati Hyperstrada 939 starts off at about $14,295 here in the US. It comes in one color, red, Ducati red. It comes with ABS, Ducati traction control, the windshield, some side bags. It's pretty awesome right off the bat. I really don't think you need to change anything other than maybe a slip-on exhaust if you want to hear more of that awesome sound, which I personally would do. Ultimately, I felt very confident on the bike, other than my feet kind of dangling off to the side and my toes, being the closest thing on my body to the ground. I did feel very confident on the bike. And one of the things that really did stand out right from the get-go was that the throttle is a bit snatchy. Now, at first, I didn't really care for this part. At first, I kind of felt like the snatchy throttle was a bit abrupt and not very linear like what I saw with the Monster 821. However, by the end of the ride, by this point in the ride, I fell in love with that snatchy throttle. I almost wish that the Monster 821 was a little snatchy like this as well. This is something, an aesthetic of the bike, or an aspect of the bike, that I really like. I really enjoy that more rough, less refined experience. And that's also right where I happened to hit a false neutral or something and embarrass myself in front of those lovely ladies. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful mountain roads here. I love this area. It's truly awesome. All in all, I really enjoyed this bike, and having ridden it right after the Monster 821, I kind of think that between the two bikes, I would choose this bike over the Monster, simply because it is more comfortable. What I didn't like is that my feet pointed downwards toward the ground. It felt a little bit vulnerable, at least it made me feel vulnerable. But the bike was very confident in the turns at the speeds that we were taking them, and I couldn't wait to get out there and really explore with this bike. Now, one aspect that didn't really occur to me until a bit later in the ride was that the seat, though it was comfortable, it also was not comfortable. There was some type of little lip right near the outer thighs, just below the bum, that kind of dug into my legs a bit, and it was very uncomfortable. So that was one aspect of the bike that I felt needed improvement, and I think it would be my first modification of the bike would be a better seat. The seat feels good on this bike. It's a shame to have to get rid of it, but for some reason the subframe of the bike kind of just pokes right into you, and it makes the ride rather uncomfortable relatively quickly. Other than that, I think that this is a splendid bike. If I was to make any changes, it would possibly be moving those pegs up a little bit further. I didn't really understand why we had to have more of a sporty or aggressive stance on the pegs, yet sit completely upright. Everything felt very well built. It had the little tinder there to be able to plug into the bike and charge up your gear. All of those things I really love. But see right there, that is where the uncomfortableness of the seat really dug into the leg. So that would have to go. Fantastic bike. I look forward to test riding some future bikes with Ducati. I had an amazing time test riding the bikes that I was able to that day. We were only given the opportunity to ride 2 bikes. I think I chose rather wisely. Next up, I plan on test riding the Scrambler, the Panigale, maybe the regular standard Diavel, and I would love to sit on the Multistrada. So if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. And if you like this video in any way, if it was entertaining or if it was educational for you, give this video a thumbs up and share it with the world. Let's spread the dead. So in the meantime, guys, this is XXX Deadhead. I thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video footage and the review here of the Hyperstrada. And you guys make sure you ride safe out there. Catch you on the flip side. Peace out.